So we're here today at Pappas Brothers with Barbara Werley, who is a master sommelier. And she's going to tell us today how one goes about tasting wine. Barbara, just before we start the wine questions, I understand you're actually a graduate of the Culinary Institute of America, so perhaps I could ask you the question and ask everybody who's a graduate of the CIA. What grade did you get in waterboarding?
I passed that with flying colors. It's not very PC, but I did.
Marvelous. Okay, so on to the wine. The wine we're going to taste today is a very famous Napa Cabernet. This is Camus Vineyards Special Selection, and we're tasting the 2007. And I wonder, Barbara, if you could go through how you go about tasting a wine to get the most out of it.
Alright, well the first thing I have to do is look at the color. And since this is an 07, I want to make sure that the color is pretty saturated all the way through. If you were sitting at a table and ordered a wine and it is a current vintage and came out sort of brownish or a little bit lighter than you're expecting, you probably want to send it back. So this one, as you may or may not be able to see, it's staining on the sides of the glass and it's nice and inky, which is perfect for a Napa Cab. Alright, next thing is my favorite thing, is the sense of smell. It's 80% of your taste.
80%?
80%. There are only 4 things that you taste pretty much in life, which is sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and the occasional umami when we want to get into the 5th taste. But everything else goes back to the aroma, so it's very, very important. So, that's lovely. Most Napa Cabs, and especially this one, this is 100% Cabernet, and it's only, certain barrels that they pick for this. So I'm looking for fruit, and that's definitely the first thing I want to identify. I'm getting big black cherries, blackberries, a little blueberry, almost a little bit of spice for a secondary aroma, so you're getting a little cinnamon, almost a little vanilla, which probably leads me to this being stored in oak for a little bit. It's smelling pretty good. I may have to taste here soon. Sometimes you're looking for other sort of aromas like earthiness or sometimes cedar shavings. You can smell that in some Bordeaux's. All sorts of different kinds of things start to pop up, especially as wine ages. Alright, now we get to go on to the taste, my favorite part. Alright, what I'm looking for is sort of confirmation of the fruits that I found in the aroma. Definitely big black cherries, black raspberries, there's some black plums, a little bit of that spice coming through, the cinnamon, the clove, a little vanilla. It's almost got a little creaminess to it. The other thing I'm looking for is sort of balance. I'm noticing the acidity on the sides of my palate, which is good, and a little tannin in the back of my throat, which is...
So the tannins at the back, and acidity at the side.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is definitely a nice dry wine, which is perfect. It's supposed to be. And this is definitely making me think about having a nice big ribeye.
What is it that makes Cabernet Sauvignon go so well with steak?
Well, actually, the nice thing about steak is most of them have this nice marbling, which is a little bit of fat in there, which cuts right through that tannin. So then you're tasting the lovely flavors of the beef and also the fruit flavors of the wine without being complicated or distracted by all the tannin in the back of your throat, which I think is fabulous. It's just one of those wonderful matches. And that also works with, other big red wines like Syrah, Merlot, Shiraz obviously from Australia. Some of the big Rhone blends also can have a lot of tannin in the back, some Spanish reds. So any of those big red wines that are meant to age, which will have, Bordeaux too, which will have that tannin, nice piece of dry aged beef, you can't beat it.
Thank you very much, Barbara Werley.
Thank you.